Hello, EOS Nation, and welcome to episode number 52 of the EOS Hot Sauce. That's right, it's been a full year of spicy goodness, and this week is no exception. I'm your host, Daniel Keys, and today I'll be covering EOS Nation's University to Share book partnership, our Rex Explainer video, and our 2-time daily snapshots, Graymass launches Anchor 1.0, EOS Lao Mao's Apple Store Authenticator Wallet upgrade, WPS Security Audit by Slowmist, EOSIO Webinars and Hackathon, and so much more. EOS Hot Sauce is available in every format. You can watch on YouTube, listen on SoundCloud, listen on Apple Podcasts or your favorite podcast player, and don't forget you can also subscribe to the EOS Nation newsletter at eosnation.io. However you like to consume the EOS Hot Sauce, make sure you smash that like, hit that bell, and subscribe in your favorite channel. Let's get to it. First up, EOS Nation University to Share book partnership, Rex Explainer video, and 2x daily snapshots. This week, EOS Nation was proud to announce a 1-year joint partnership with 2 teams of 7 fourth-year bachelor students from the University de Sherbrooke in Quebec, Canada. The students, under the leadership of our CFO Vincent Grenier and CTO Denis Carrière, are building an EOSIO platform that will empower people and businesses with accounting, governance, and shareholding tools. We've been impressed with the work that they've been doing so far and look forward to sharing more information about the project when appropriate. Education has always been a priority for EOS Nation, and we're happy to add a university partnership to our list of initiatives that aim at promoting EOSIO adoption through education. On top of our weekly EOS Hot Sauce YouTube videos, we also publish animated explainer videos from time to time to help illustrate EOSIO concepts that may be hard to grasp or explain. This week's EOS Nation explainer video goes over the EOS Resource Exchange, what it is, and how to use it. Consider subscribing to our EOS Nation YouTube channel to catch all of our videos. You can also find that latest EOS Rex Explainer video embedded right within the written version of this week's Hot Sauce. In the last little bit of EOS Nation news, we're now offering 2-time daily snapshots. In response to community demand, EOS Nation has increased the frequency of our EOSIO network snapshots, which we now offer twice daily. Developers can also add the permalink snapshots.eosnation.io/eos/latest to scripts such as wget. Next up, Graymass launches Anchor 1.0, and EOS Lao Mao updates iOS Authenticator app. When EOS launched in June 2018, many community members who wanted to vote without using Kleos, the command line wallet for EOS, used the unbranded and open source wallet simply called EOS Voter. Having now worked on this product for almost 2 years, Graymass is now launching its official replacement, Anchor 1.0. Graymass was quoted, "Anchor is an open-source, multi-account, multi-chain EOSIO wallet offering secure key storage and many of the tools you'll need in your day-to-day usage of these platforms. It also offers authenticator features that allow you to use Anchor to sign in and interact with compatible EOSIO applications and dApps. This EOSIO wallet and authenticator contains all of the functions one needs to manage all of one's accounts across all the public EOS networks." If you're curious to get a better overall feel for what this great product offers, we recommend checking out the recent HODL EOS video, which explores the wallet in detail. Still using EOS Voter? You can easily migrate from EOS Voter to Anchor 1.0 by following their simple guide. In other EOSIO authentication and wallet news, EOS Lao Mao's open-source Apple Store reference authenticator app also recently got an upgrade and now supports wallet file-based secret key importing, iCloud, and more. It's been a good week for EOSIO-based open-source innovation and progress. Next up, WPS Security Audit by Slowmist. Slowmist is known in the EOSIO ecosystem as a leading and premier smart contract auditor, and we want to thank them publicly for generously accepting our invitation to audit the EOS Worker Proposal System, or EOS WPS. Slowmist volunteered their time and expertise and produced a publicly available report that can benefit the community members across all EOSIO networks. Thank you, Slowmist, for this valuable contribution to the EOSIO ecosystem. Next up, EOSIO Webinars, Hackathon, and Challenge. Those of us looking to increase our online education intake in the coming weeks and months are in for a treat. From webinars to hackathons and challenges, there's something for every level of EOSIO interest and expertise. Our very own EOS Nation Ambassador, Patrick Schmidt, also contributed by hosting his EOSIO Swiss workshop as an online webinar on April 23rd. The event was a success, attracting 50 people for the 2-hour presentation. If you were unable to attend live, you can always watch the video on YouTube. Block 1 has also announced a series of webinars that are free to attend. On May 18th, learn about blockchain and EOSIO. On June 15th, build your first smart contract on EOSIO. And on July 15th, build a full-stack web application using EOSIO. We've also learned about the next Block 1 EOSIO Hackathon that is taking place online during the month of May. Although the exact challenge will only be known on May 1st, the prize pool of $100,000 was already confirmed. For developers looking to play around with the EOSIO contracts right away, the new EOSIO tutorial Tic-Tac-Toe game contract is now available on the newly revamped developers.eosio.io platform. Next up, China's Blockchain Service Network, BSN, integrates EOSIO. Blockchain technology is rapidly getting adopted across the world by people, corporations, and governments alike. China, with its top-down approach, has been able to mobilize many different sectors of its economy by working hard and fast towards blockchain adoption. This week we learned that China's Blockchain Service Network is ready for action after a 6-month-long beta test. Leon Li, CEO of Huobi Group, founding member of the BSN, was quoted, "Designed to unify the fragmented market, BSN is a cross-cloud, cross-portal, and cross-framework public network that enables developers to easily and affordably develop, deploy, operate, and maintain permissioned and permissionless blockchain applications and nodes." It's important to note that the BSN is not a blockchain protocol itself. Instead, it's a centralized platform that allows developers to choose from several enterprise blockchain protocols or public chains. This allows for reduced operational cost and flexibility for developers while allowing better regulatory oversight at the same time. EOS and Ethereum are the only two public blockchain protocols that have been announced as being part of the BSN. EOS has been once again ranked first on the CCID's Global Public Blockchain Technology Assessment Index. China has also recently begun the first trial of their digital yuan, which is being released in 4 different cities. Next up, Wax Momentum. Based on the latest DApp Radar report for Q1 2020, the Wax blockchain continues to build momentum and is closing in on the notorious top 3 blockchains for dApps, Tron, Ethereum, and EOS. One reason for the growing numbers might be that Wax has a big focus on creating the most user and developer-friendly environment possible. Let's take a look at the most recent tools developed by some of the Wax guilds. The newest contribution by Aloha EOS is the Wax Tracker, which helps you to easily follow Wax accounts that are important to you. All info is sourced in real time, including prices via Delphi Oracle. The tracker is already available as an iOS app, and the team is currently working on an Android release. Other features that will be added in future releases of the tool include an indicator for account health showing whether you are getting maximum rewards, and Wax account activity notifications for transfers or permissions changes. After releasing the Wax Meetup bot, a simple tool to create Wax accounts within Telegram, the Wax Guild Multiblock brought us further tools, such as the ZOS IBC solution for cross-chain token transfers between Wax and EOS, and the 2BP Integrity Smart Contract in an effort to improve network security. The smart contract stores the name and contact information of a BP system administrator on-chain and also includes an agreement that states that the block producer is not sharing the infrastructure with anyone else. Another initiative of Multiblock in cooperation with EOSphere is the Wax Blockchain Meetup, which was live-streamed on Crowdcast and can be reviewed on YouTube. Besides covering and discussing all of the recent developments in the Wax ecosystem, they also invited Jonah Wilmsman, co-founder of the Pink Network. He shared some interesting insights about their new NFT standard, Atomic Assets, and its upcoming NFT Hub, the first worker proposal to be funded via Wax Labs. As you can see, there's much activity in the Wax ecosystem, and lots of it is driven by the Wax guilds who are evaluated on a monthly basis by the Office of the Inspector General. The OIG report for the month of April just came in, and we're happy to report that EOS Nation has held its position in 4th place. Next up, Telos dApps. After a complete rebrand, a lot of new tools, and some interesting dApps like Seeds, Zeptogram, and New Life successfully launching on Telos, this EOSIO network is definitely worth a mention in this week's Hot Sauce. And in an effort to improve the public exposure for the ecosystem, the Telos block producers have voted to partner with the Transform Group, a global firm with unique public relations expertise in the blockchain space, and an impressive track record representing Tether, Ethereum, and Dash. Our guess is that we'll hear a lot more about Telos in the general crypto outlets, which is a great opportunity to show the power and flexibility of EOSIO technology. And yet another partnership, this time related to gaming, was announced by the Telos Foundation. The blockchain development company Blockbastards decided to launch Kudo, a proof-of-gameplay reward mechanism, on the Telos network. Kudo is compatible with the Unity engine, a popular platform for game developers. A release is planned for the end of the 2nd quarter of this year. The Telos Foundation partnered with the Blockbastards to provide marketing and technical support. Up next, BOS listed on who.com. The BOS Core team had some great news to share, as a BOS USDT trading pair will be listed on the who.com exchange, and they launched a daily trading competition to celebrate the occasion. Congratulations to the whole BOS Core team for this great step forward for the BOS token. Meanwhile, the BOS IBC is shaping up nicely, and there was some interesting activity going on across a multitude of different EOSIO networks. Up next, Blockbase Beta now on mainnet. 3 years after the concept of sidechain-based data storage was first envisioned by the Blockbase team, and after 3 months of testing on the Jungle testnet, Blockbase Beta is now connected to the EOS mainnet. The Blockbase storage services will be paid in BBT tokens, and Blockbase users are separated into 2 types: service requesters and service providers. The price of a service depends on different variables and are laid out in an article the team has published on their website, along with a simple-to-use online calculator for fees. Congratulations to the team for this major milestone. Next up, JinTae, Charm, and White Label Tech. Running out of resources on one of your EOS accounts is an unpleasant experience, and such incidents surely have cause for frustration for many users. But EOS BPs, wallets, and dApps quickly came up with services and solutions to overcome such hurdles. JinTae's Charm, one of these solutions, just had a 2.0 upgrade, providing fully automated resource management to achieve the utmost efficiency. The Charm smart contract is checking block per block if your account has sufficient CPU or net, and allocates additional resources if it needs them, effectively making you immune to network congestion. While Charm can be used by individual accounts, it becomes especially attractive for dApps, as they can pay for their users' resources and let Charm do all the management, ensuring a frictionless experience. Using JinTae's very own checks token gives you a 50% reduction in fees. Check out a detailed article on JinTae's Medium blog for further information and a full setup guide. JinTae has developed many services aiming to simplify the use of tokenization and blockchain services. Many of them can be used as white label products that provide built-in compliance. While assets tokenized through JinTae can be traded on any blockchain, the tech portion is built on EOSIO-based smart contracts and utilizes the dApp network to achieve further efficiency and scalability. To learn more about the vision and tech behind JinTae and the Liquid Apps products they're using, check out the newest episode of Built on dApp. Next up, new tools from EOS Rapid. Shortly after introducing KChat, the top 21 block producer EOS Rapid introduced yet another decentralized alternative to a commonly used internet service, this time a URL shortener. Using url.fo can ensure that your shortened links will always redirect to the actual web address that you wanted to share, by leveraging the immutability of the EOS mainnet. Because who knows what will happen to a centralized service over time? EOS Rapid put it this way: centralized URL shorteners can get hacked or change owners, and suddenly one day choose to point the shortened URL you shared with your colleagues to a phishing website or worse. Imagine all the nasty sites on the internet. Using the service is pretty easy. Check out the short tutorial on YouTube. Next up, Clavoya team releases Hydra. The Clavoya team released Hydra, a tool for EOSIO developers to test smart contracts and identify bugs before the product goes live. What's special about Hydra is that the execution environment doesn't require developers to run a local blockchain, but runs a modified EOSIO node on the back end, specifically designed for testing. According to Clavoya, no additional software is needed. They've published a thorough getting started guide for interested developers and are available for further questions in their Telegram channel. Next up, Equilibrium's 1-year anniversary. Looking at all the developments that's happened within the Equilibrium framework, it's hard to believe that they're just celebrating their first anniversary. If you feel like you need some catching up, the team released a first anniversary recap showing Equilibrium's impressive track record, as well as some hints to what they have in the pipeline for the second year, including integration of BTC and other blockchains, a brand new web application, savings pool, and more product features to turn Equilibrium into a one-in-all DeFi hub of interoperable products and applications. Equilibrium CEO Alex Melikov took the anniversary as an opportunity for an AMA on YouTube, and highlights were later summarized in a blog post. Kudos to the Equilibrium team for their passion for DeFi, and happy anniversary. Next up, Start EOS's RAM release tool. The top 21 block producer Start EOS added a much requested feature to the wallet, which allows the token holders to release the RAM used up by unwanted tokens. The RAM releasing tool can be found within the Start EOS Wallet app under New dApps in the Discovery page. There you can select the tokens you don't need anymore and check how many kilobytes of RAM can be released. Next up, Consortium dApp. Those who followed the Hackathon 2020 in January might remember the presentation of Consortium and their plans to launch a voting portal for the communities of different dApps or projects. Now, 3 months later, Consortium went live and has its Genesis voting, resulting in the distribution of 85% of the Govern token. If you're interested in participating in the decision-making process of your favorite dApps or projects, go to Consortium's portal and stake some tokens for them. You'll receive a portion of Govern tokens, which you can use to vote. This great idea can develop into an awesome and very useful tool for communities to find consensus, and it's fairly easy to use once you've watched the short explainer video. Next up, Liquid App's Liquid Schedule as a deferred transaction alternative. Eventually, the functionality of deferred transactions is going to be depreciated, meaning that this feature won't be supported anymore on the protocol layer, and for good reasons. But for many applications and use cases, it's essential to be able to create transactions that are not executed right away, but instead at a specific upcoming point in time. Being the second layer solution for many scalability issues, the Liquid Apps team once again created a service on the dApp network to address this need. It's called Liquid Scheduler, and last week they published a comprehensive Liquid Scheduler walkthrough for those interested in using it. In another interesting article, they gave an overview of current cloud services and introduced what Liquid Apps has to offer to help this industry take the leap and update into Cloud 3.0. There's no doubt that the cloud brought users a new level of convenience, but at the same time, these services created new risks and dependencies, as they're controlled and maintained by just a few large players. The dApp network already offers the infrastructure and tools to build a secure network with fairer and more secure model, putting the user back in control and opening the market, offering more choice, more redundancy, and more opportunity. If you want to take a look into the near non-dystopian future, this article is a must-read. Up next, Crypto Locally expands. The EOSIO-based peer-to-peer trading platform Crypto Locally keeps expanding at a rapid pace. They've just added support for Tron, BNB, BUSD, and BTC BEP2. With Sessacash, they've also added a new payment method that's especially interesting for users on the African continent. If you haven't checked out the platform already, here's another reason: a brand new referral program to earn some extra crypto for your bags. And finally, EOS Canada focuses on Diffuse. The decision by the Diffuse team to go open source, and the following announcement by Block 1 to integrate the code into future EOSIO releases created much enthusiasm within the community. Now, after a bit of cleanup, Diffuse for EOSIO has been released under the Apache 2.0 license, which allows developers to integrate the source code in their projects and query chain data easily, fast, and reliably. Since then, further developments happened, such as Diffuse joining the Blockchain Game Association, or BGA, and partnership with MyKey. We're excited to see Diffuse being developed further by the open source community, want to congratulate the Diffuse team for their success, and express our gratitude for this essential tool, which we use in many of our own products. The future of Diffuse is not limited to EOSIO, as it will soon speed up processes for Ethereum and other protocols. The future is multi-chain, and Diffuse is adding an important piece to the puzzle of decentralized web. In light of this new area of focus for EOS Canada, they recently announced they'll be unregistering as a block producer in order to focus all of their efforts on growing Diffuse. Thank you, EOS Canada, for all of your contributions, and we look forward to seeing Diffuse grow across the entire blockchain ecosystem. And that's all for this week's episode of EOS Hot Sauce. EOS Nation is a top block producer on the EOS public network. We earn inflation rewards based on the percentage of tokens staked towards us. Those rewards are reinvested into EOSIO community, tools, and infrastructure. Help grow the ecosystem by staking your vote to EOS Nation FTW for BP, or proxying to Proxy4Nation. Remember, we never accept compensation in exchange for featuring projects in the EOS Hot Sauce. That means if a project is included in the EOS Hot Sauce, it's because we believe that project brings value to the EOSIO ecosystem, and we want our community to know about it. Are you building an interesting project on EOSIO? We want to hear from you. Reach out to us on social media or email info@eosnation.io. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of EOS Hot Sauce. Want more spicy updates? Go to eosnation.io or check out our YouTube channel for all of our previous episodes. Once again, I'm your host, Daniel Keys, and we'll see you again next week. Until then, let's keep it spicy.